On February 17th, 2018, Carlos Echeverria planned to explore the Ojos cave system in Mexico. Carlos Echeverria was a seasoned cave diver with extensive experience. He embarked on what would become his final dive in the Ojos cave system in February 2018. With a deep passion for underwater exploration, Carlos was always drawn to the lesser known and less explored passages of cave systems. On this day, he was well prepared for a solo dive, a practice not uncommon among highly experienced cave divers, but the confidence and expertise of Carlos led him to believe that he could easily navigate through this complex cave system alone. Carlos's plan was simple: to explore the newfound connection to the Dos Ojos cave system and get out, but little did he know how this thrilling journey might end up. Stay with us till the end to discover the full story. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. Firstly, let's take a deep look at the Dos Ojos cave system and truly understand what it's made of. The Dos Ojos cave system. Dos Ojos, officially known as Sistema dos Ojos, meaning two eyes system in Spanish, is a renowned flooded cave system situated in north of 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗨𝗧 on the Caribbean coast of the Yucatan Peninsula in Quintana Roo, Mexico. The cave has been under exploration since 1987 and continues to reveal new passages and connections. The system spans an impressive 82 kilometers and features 28 known cenote entrances, which are natural sinkholes. In January 2018, a connection was found between Dos Ojos cave system and Sistema scuba. With this newfound connection, Dos Ojos became part of scuba, making the Sistema scuba the longest known underwater cave system in the world. Before this connection, Dos Ojos was consistently ranked among the top 10, often in the top 3, longest underwater cave systems worldwide. One of the remarkable features of Dos Ojos is its deepest known cave passage in Quintana Roo, reaching a depth of 119.1 meters at a spot called the Pit. This deep section, discovered in 1996, includes notable passages like the Huacula Room, Beyond Main Base BMB Passage, Jill's Room, and the Next Generation Passage. In August 2012, Dos Ojos was connected through a dry passage to Sistema scuba, and by March 2014, the total length of the combined system measured 319.05 kilometers. Dos Ojos is an anchialine cave system, meaning it has both fresh and saltwater influences and experiences tidal changes. Despite the extensive exploration, the exact coastal discharge points of the system remain unexplored. However, dye tracing has demonstrated that significant groundwater flows towards 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗨𝗧, a nearby coastal lagoon. The continuous exploration and discoveries within Dos Ojos highlight the cave's complexity and the challenges divers face in navigating its submerged passages. The system's beauty and intricate structure attract divers and scientists from around the world, contributing to our understanding of underwater cave systems. The preparation. Carlos began his dive early in the morning, intending to return before daylight completely goes out. As part of his preparation, he had arranged all the relevant equipment required for his solo dive. He had a high-quality rebreather system, which was essential for long dives as it allowed him to recycle his breath and stay underwater longer. He also carried multiple diving tanks filled with trimix, a gas mixture of oxygen, nitrogen, and helium, which is crucial for deep divers to prevent nitrogen narcosis and oxygen toxicity. To monitor his depth, time, and necessary decompression stops, he had both a primary and a backup dive computer. Carlos used underwater scooters to help him navigate through the extensive underwater passages of the cave. He had powerful dive lights and backup torches to light up the dark, often murky underwater environment. Additionally, he brought a reel of guideline and markers to ensure he could find his way back, a crucial tool for navigation in the complex cave system. The dive. With everything going as planned, Carlos descended into the Dos Ojos system. The crystal clear waters initially provided excellent visibility. The beauty of the underwater world was breathtaking, with stalactites and stalagmites creating an eerie but mesmerizing landscape. His plan was to explore some of the less visited passages, areas that few divers dared to venture into due to their complexity and potential danger. Using his underwater scooter, Carlos moved quickly through the main passages, marking his path with a guideline to ensure he could find his way back. He was drawn deeper into the cave, intrigued by narrow tunnels and the promise of unexplored territories. The intricate network of tunnels, some barely wide enough for a diver to squeeze through, required careful maneuvering and constant vigilance. As Carlos moved deeper, the layout of the cave became increasingly complex and disorienting. The tunnels twisted and turned, often splitting into multiple directions. Despite his experience and the navigation markers he had placed, Carlos began to lose his bearings. The water clarity, initially perfectly clear, became muddier as he disturbed sediment from the cave floor. At one critical juncture, Carlos realized he was completely disoriented. The familiar signs and markers he had placed were no longer visible, hidden by the sediment he had unintentionally stirred up. Panic began to set in, and he struggled to find his way back. His dive computer indicated he was deep inside the cave, and his air supply, though sufficient for the planned duration, was now a concern due to the unexpected delay. As minutes turned into hours, Carlos's situation became increasingly desperate. The disorientation in the labyrinthine passages of the Ojos cave system led to a series of critical errors. Without a clear path back, he began to consume more of his air supply at a faster rate. His efforts to retrace his steps were thwarted by the complex and unfamiliar terrain. In the final moments, Carlos's rebreather, which had sustained him throughout the dive, began to malfunction under the stress of extended use and increasing depth. The mixture of gases he was breathing no longer provided the necessary support, and he started experiencing the symptoms of both nitrogen narcosis and oxygen toxicity. Despite his best efforts to maintain composure and find a way out, Carlos succumbed to the harsh realities of cave diving. The intricate passages of the Ojos system had claimed another life, highlighting the ever-present dangers of exploring the underwater world, no matter how experienced the diver. Search and recovery. Before diving into the Ojos cave system, a diver is supposed to provide all the information to the concerned authorities regarding their dive, which includes their diving plan, as well as a rough time estimate of the completion of their dive. Since Carlos was on a solo dive, there was no chance anyone would know if anything had gone wrong underwater. However, due to the prior information given to the authorities, they predicted that something might have gone wrong when Carlos didn't show up on his own estimated time. Recognizing the potential severity of the situation, an extensive search operation was immediately launched. Experienced divers and local authorities joined forces, pooling their resources and expertise to locate him. Finally, after an endless effort of 2 days, Carlos's body was discovered in a remote section of the cave. It was determined that he had faced severe disorientation from the complex cave passages and ultimately ran out of air. Despite his extensive experience and careful preparations, the unforgiving nature of the cave had claimed his life. Lessons learned. The incident of Carlos Echeverria highlights two critical lessons for the cave diving community. The importance of dive buddies. Carlos's solo dive highlighted the significant risks associated with diving alone. Without a buddy, divers lack immediate assistance in emergencies, increasing the danger of accidents. A dive buddy provides an additional layer of safety, as they can help navigate, manage equipment issues, and provide psychological support. In emergencies, a buddy can share air supply, aid in rescue, and improve the chances of a successful outcome. Respecting limits. Even the most experienced divers must acknowledge their limits and the inherent risks of exploring unfamiliar or challenging cave passages. Understanding and respecting personal and environmental limits are crucial to avoiding fatal consequences. Divers should plan for their dives safely and avoid overly ambitious exploration, and always leave room for unforeseen complications. And just like that, despite being sufficiently prepared for his dive, Carlos Echeverria's venture turned out to be his last diving experience. The tragic loss of Carlos Echeverria is a clear reminder of the dangers of cave diving. By learning from such incidents, the diving community can continue to improve safety standards and prevent future tragedies. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to our channel for more in-cave frightening experiences.